Hello YouTube, I'm Bushloft, and this is a video on some of my custom games. So a comment I saw recently made by Mario Creeper 22 asked about a certain game mode that I made up, which was a Street Fighter game. So I'm here to explain how it works. This fight is a stamina battle with five inch stamina, just one stock and a time out of 5. Optionally, you can put on Final Smash meter to represent the special bar from Super Street Fighter 4, whatever, and make sure to put spirits on and make sure to have something like make sure to have heavyweight spirits on. Make sure to have a spirit with heavyweights, and make sure they weigh you down, because normally you can't jump that high in Street Fighter. And importantly, make sure you have it set to first to 2 wins, because it's like how Street Fighter would work, is that if both you and the opponent have a win, it'll equal to 3 matches. And to make sure that no one flies off the stage, make sure you have your launch rate set to 0.0. It could be a bit tough when people keep flying. This is the team I would use when doing this. So you'd use Queen Metroid, and make sure to have anyone with landing lag and braking abilities. So you can easily move so you can easily use your attacks as soon as you land, and make sure you stop in time to parry or something else. I don't know. One thing I did forget to mention is keep the stages on Omega so they're flat. Or if you want to, you could use the Coliseum stage, which would make sense, but I choose not to use it. And now, I will show you better gameplay. Now, the characters I would recommend are people who are not sword fighters. But I've also made a game mode called Soul Calibur, which is basically the Street Fighter one, but with no Final Smash meter or scratch my thought. Let's just get straight into some gameplay. I'll do a simple Ryu versus Ken fight. Now, I am relatively good at Smash. I've started playing it ever since. I've played it since Brawl. I was pretty young. I'm only 18, so let's get going. Now, I am not the best at Ryu, but I am semi-decent. I've been working on doing attack cancels, but it's not really working out. I could do a couple with Ken, but it's just super difficult. Now these games can be a bit long and can be kind of annoying because you'd be doing the same similar attacks, so it can be pretty long, and sometimes the AI can beat you up pretty bad. But I'd say this is a pretty fun game mode. I recommend doing this game mode because I never noticed this until like just recently as I was recording this, and because when you're editing the stamina controls, they actually show like Ken and Ryu. Which is actually a really nice touch. And what was that? Now my history of Smash Brothers isn't the biggest, but I'll just say I started out in Brawl not knowing what to do, not knowing about it at all. So I didn't know that Brawl was the worst. I never knew Melee was god tier game, even though Melee is considered a really popular game, but people can get salty over it. So I'm actually kind of hoping to become a bit of a competitive player in my local community, but there's not a lot of people in my community that do it. Oh my god. Sorry if my gameplay isn't that riveting, but it's just... And I'm not the... Also, one thing to know about me is that I am not the best at continuing a thought when I'm trying to focus, so I'm sorry if I be quiet sometimes. So once I get just through this match, I'll end it. So, yeah, let me just complete this match. One annoying thing about, like, one thing I kind of dislike about my own game mode is that you will be repeating a lot of the same moves just to hinder away at the damage. So maybe I would recommend turning your make sure you're turning this, maybe turn the stamina down a bit so matches don't last as long, because right now I'm about down to 2 minutes and I am close to death. And honestly, out of the two alternate after gets sorry, out of the two similar out of the two modes that I have for my Street Fighter rules, I absolutely prefer my Super Street Fighter one, cause the final smashes can be a lot nicer. Also, probably one of my favorite parts about Ultimate is the game modes for classic mode. Like I love how Ken has to do with rivalries, and Ken has to do with like just Street Fighter like Street Fighter comparatives. Like how Vega, when you're quote unquote fighting Vega, dang it. Well, I'll end it here, but I'll just quickly continue the thought. I like how Vega is conceived as Meta Knight. So yeah. Well, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and make sure to hit the bell because it's important. And just remember to have a good one. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all right later. Bye-bye.